Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Well, here it is. It's almost the end of summer here in the US. Before you know it, it'll be fall. And who says you have to wear drab colored jewelry for fall? And since we're not quite done with summer yet, I thought I would make a piece of jewelry that represents both seasons, summer and fall. And we're going to be using the beads that came in the GGC Treasure Bag color mix number 2. Now, if you're not familiar with that bag, I'll leave some information down below in the description section of this video, along with a link to the website and a coupon code in case you're interested. As you can see, this pretty wrap bracelet features pastel colored sparkly beads in 3 different colors and a cute little leaf charm. What's nice about this bracelet is that you can actually wear it as a necklace if you want to. I'm going to be showing you how to figure out the length that you need for a 3 wrap bracelet. So if you've never done that before and you're curious, you're going to like this video. And don't forget that I always model my jewelry at the end of my videos, so please stick around for that. And I'm super excited about showing you how to make this bracelet, so let's go ahead and get started. And here we have the GGC Treasure Bag, the latest release. There were actually 2 different color mixes, color mix 1 and color mix 2. This one's color mix 2. And let me tell you guys, this bag was enormous. It had a total of 31 items. 13 of them were very long strands. And if you haven't seen the unboxing video, I'll leave a link down below. What inspired today's bracelet was this beautiful enameled leaf pendant. When I saw it, I knew I had to use it. And I was torn between making a necklace or a bracelet. And that's why I decided on a wrap bracelet, which would allow you to wear it both ways. Of course, the sparkly beads really caught my eye. I love the pretty pastel colors. And if you follow my channel, you'll know that I love to use a lot of different colors in one piece. So let me show you the materials we're going to be using today. Here are the items from the bag. We have these beautiful pastel colored beads, and we have this pendant as well. All of these are 4mm in size. These green ones are faceted, and they have some electroplating on a portion of the bead. These yellow ones are slightly opaque. They're also faceted. And the lilac ones have the same finish as the green ones. They have the electroplating on a portion of the bead, or maybe it's an AB finish, I'm not sure. In any case, it's very pretty, and they make them sparkle quite a bit. And this leaf pendant measures 24 by 19, and it's enameled, as you can see. Let me show you the back. There's the back. I think it's very, very pretty. It really is. Let me show you what else we'll be using today. These items are from my own collection. They weren't included in the bag. We'll be using some seed beads, some beading wire, and some kind of clasp. Now, the bag did come with clasps, but they weren't suitable for this project. Although if you have the bag and you want to use one of the clasps, that would be perfectly fine. And these are Miyuki size 11-0 seed beads. The color is galvanized gold. Here I have some beading wire, and it's 49 strand beading wire. It's 0.018 of an inch thick, or 0.46 millimeters, and the color is satin gold. But you can use any color if you want to, because you're really not going to see it. Now, the ring portion of the toggle clasp I think measures about 10mm across, not including the loop. I would recommend that you use some kind of toggle clasp that's kind of on the dainty side. In addition to these items, we're going to be using some crimp tubes, crimp tube covers, and jump rings, but I'll bring those out later on. So now that we've gone over the materials, let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, I have my beads lined up. Let me talk about the length now and how to figure it out. The first thing you have to do is measure your wrist size. You can use either a measuring tape or a piece of string. Once you figure out your wrist size, you would multiply it by the number of wraps. I'm going to be doing 3 wraps. My wrist size is about 6 inches. So now I need to multiply my wrist size by the number of wraps. So 6 times 3 is 18. Obviously, if yours is 7 inches, it would be 3 times 7 equals 21. And then you need to add an additional inch or 2, depending on how you like to wear your wrap bracelets. And in my case, I'm going to add 1 inch. So the entire bracelet will be 19 inches long. I hope that makes sense. I'll go ahead and leave those instructions along with a list of the materials down below in the description section of this video. Now, if you have a beading board, I'd recommend you use it. I personally don't use beading boards. What I use are these rods. These are called magic rods. I carry these in my Etsy store, and I use these to arrange my bead patterns. One of the challenges you're going to run into when you're making wrap bracelets is to figure out whether you have enough beads of each kind. And the rods help you figure that out, because I can load them ahead of time and get a precise measurement. The other thing that's nice about them is that I can load seed beads, beads of different shapes, in different sizes, which is something you can't always do on a beading board, especially when you're using seed beads. And before I came up with this idea of rods, I used to use a scrap piece of beading wire. You can certainly use that if you want to. But anyway, these rods come in two sizes, 9 and 12 inches. These are the 9-inch rods. Another nice thing about these rods is that once you load the beads, you can bring these stoppers together to bring the beads up close to each other so that you can get accurate measurements. But anyway, if you're interested in these rods, I'll leave a link down below to my Etsy store. And this project is super easy, guys. Let me show you what I had in mind. I'm going to remove the stopper. And actually, I forgot my seed beads, so let me go get them. Let me put some down here. I think I'm going to start with a green bead, and then a seed bead, and then a purple bead, and a seed bead, and then a yellow bead, and a seed bead, and that's basically the bead pattern. Very, very easy. Nothing complicated about this. So again, I'm going to load a green bead, a seed bead, a purple bead, a seed bead, and a yellow bead. Doesn't that look pretty? It's so pretty. At first I didn't know if the yellow would go well, but I think it does. And of course the pendant is yellow, so it'll coordinate with that. But anyway, I'm going to keep loading these beads until I get the length that I need, which is 19 inches. So let me do that off camera and I'll meet you back. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I have all my beads on the rods. These two shorter ones measure 6 inches in length, and this one's a little bit longer. It's actually a little bit less than 7 inches. If you recall, I had multiplied my wrist size, which is 6 inches, times 3, which equals 18. And then I'm recommending that you add 1 to 2 inches extra, depending on how you like to wear your wrap bracelets. And in my case, I wanted to add 1 inch for a total of 19 inches. But since I'm using wire guardians and jump rings, I thought I would make this one slightly shorter. So it's more like 6 5/8 of an inch. So that's something you need to take into account, the size of your jump rings and the wire guardians, and the type of clasp you're going to use. And of course, like I said before, whether you like your wrap bracelets loose or snug. So now we're going to string these on beading wire. I recommend that you cut yourself 2 inches extra at each end to accommodate for the crimping. So let's do the math again. If your wrist size is 7 inches, you multiply that by 3, which is 21, and then you add 1 extra inch, so that's 22, and then you need an additional 2 inches at each end, so that's 4 inches. 22 plus 4 is 26. Mine will be a little bit shorter because my wrist size is only 6 inches, so I cut myself a 24-inch piece. I already have a clip at this end. You can use a bead stopper if you want to. And now I'm just going to simply offload from the rods. To offload from the rod, you hold on to this end and take the stopper off this end. And by the way, this first bead does not have a seed bead on the other side. That's because that's where I'm going to be crimping, and there'll be a crimp cover there instead. Same thing with the last bead, this yellow one right here. But anyway, you hold on to the rod, and then you simply slide your beads off, one by one. Sometimes I do them in stacks, but since I have a pattern of colors, I'm going to do them one by one. And these seed beads are very tiny, so it's better just to do them one by one. So anyway, guys, I'm going to keep loading these, and then I'll meet you back. Okay, I'm back and I've strung on all the beads, and now I'm ready to crimp off the ends. My favorite activity. I'm just kidding, of course. It's actually my least favorite. But anyway, here I have 2 crimp tubes, 2 crimp tube covers, and 2 wire guardians. And they're all in a gold color, as you can see. Let me remove this clip. I'm going to slide on a crimp tube, like that. And now a wire guardian. I'm going to go in one end, like that. And now down the other end. like that. And now down the crimp tube. Let me slide it down. That's what we have so far. And now you do want to separate these two pieces of beading wire the best way you can. I'm going to close these two little legs a little bit. And now using the first notch, which is the one that creates the U shape, I'm going to place the tube inside that first notch. You do want to make sure the wire guardian is not involved. And I'm going to squeeze. Turn it sideways. And now using one of the first three notches, I'm going to place the tube, the crimp tube, inside one of the first three notches. I usually choose the middle one out of the three. And now I'm going to squeeze. And I'm going to use the tip to tighten it up a little bit. So there it is. And now I'm going to attach one of these crimp covers. Let me slide it on and then I'll show you. I think it's in there. And there it is. Now these are crimping pliers as well, but I like to use these for closing my crimp covers. And you want to do it gently because you don't want to dent that metal. I usually go all the way around the crimp cover to get a nice round shape. And that's as good as it's going to get. So now I'm going to slide the tail through the first bead, this yellow one. Bring it down like that. And now I'm going to slide it through the seed bead. Hopefully it'll go through because the seed bead's quite small. Let me see. It went through just fine. And now this purple bead as well. Just like that. I need to cut off that tail. So I'm going to use my flush cutters. And slide my beads down. You want to make sure you take out the slack, but you don't want it too tight. Let me go ahead and slide on this crimp tube. And now the wire guardian. Going down one end. And now down the other end. Like that. And now down the crimp tube. And the first bead as well. And my cat just walked in, so he's probably going to jump on my lap. I'm not sure if you guys can hear him. Let me go down the seed bead before he gets here. And down this next bead, the purple bead. Let me pull this tail. So there it is. Let me go pick up my cat because he's meowing at me like crazy. Come on. Actually, he doesn't want to jump on my lap just now, so let me just keep going. I'm going to close these legs a little bit. And here he comes again. Hold on. Okay, he's on my lap right now. And it's going to be challenging to do this, but I'll do the best I can. Boo boo. Oh my gosh. I guess he's desperate today. I'm not sure what's going on. Hold on. Okay, he moved my camera. So now I need to fix this. Sorry about that, guys. He rarely does that, so I don't know what's going on with him. But anyway, let me go ahead and finish this. I'm going to crimp my crimp tube. So I'm placing it in the first notch, making sure my wire guardian is out of the way. And I'm going to squeeze, turn it sideways, place it inside the second notch. And I'm going to squeeze. And I'm going to tighten it up a little bit using the tip. Let me snip off this tail now. Let me grab this crimp cover. Sometimes it's easier to grab them with the pliers to slide them on. Not always, but sometimes it is easier. I think it's in there. So now let me go ahead and close my crimp cover. Okay, I'm done. There it is. So now all we need to do is attach the clasp and the pendant. Here's my pendant. Here's my clasp. I actually changed clasps. This one's a little bit smaller than the one I showed you at the beginning. Plus it's 14 karat gold plated. Here I have some jump rings. These are also 14 karat gold plated. The two small ones are 4 millimeters in size and the large one is 5 millimeters. Let me go ahead and grab a small one. I'm going to open it up. Slide one of the ends into it. And now the ring portion of the toggle clasp. Let me close it up. And now let me open up this one. Slide the other end into it, and the bar portion of the toggle clasp. And close it up. And now I'm going to open up this larger one. Slide the ring into it and slide the pendant into it as well. Like that, and close it up. Doesn't that look lovely? I think it's really pretty. So like I said before, you could wear it as a necklace. And it would hang like that, which I think looks lovely. Or you could wear it as a wrap bracelet. Here it is. Isn't it lovely? I think it's so pretty. I love that leaf charm. And it's not too loose and it's not too tight. It's just right. Plus it's easy to put on because of the toggle clasp. So anyway, I hope you like this wrap bracelet or necklace, however you prefer to wear it. If you have time, I'd love to hear some feedback. If you could leave some comments down below, I really appreciate that. As always, I'd like to go ahead and model it for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye.